The outdoors defines Minnesota. It can inspire us, rejuvenate us, and connect us.
In the early evening, Grandpa and I would sit out on a bench. He would start pointing out the birds, and then he'd talk about how much they ate, what they ate. That was one of the fun memories that it carried through the rest of my life with birds. And that's what I ended up doing, is working with birds my whole career.
And that is the power that the outdoors can have on us. So when Jane and Polly inherited their grandparents' land, they had some decisions to make.
We were watching around here as all of the development happened on the different lakes in the area, and we thought, well, Grandpa and Grandma, that wasn't what they liked. So we wanted to find a way that we could do something to protect the land.
And because they're not making new land, the decisions we make today will be Minnesota tomorrow.
Over 70% of the land in Minnesota is privately held land. So in order to protect the land, protect the water, we need to work with private landowners to be good stewards, especially around these priority lakes in northern Minnesota.
Whether you are a landowner or someone who wants to protect the natural places of Minnesota, support for the Minnesota Land Trust helps us all. For Jane and Polly, they worked with the Minnesota Land Trust to put their grandparents' land into a conservation easement.
After we have a conservation easement set, it doesn't stop us from being able to hike in the woods, going fishing, or bird watching, or hunting, or any of those activities. We get to do all of that and still be able to leave the land in a conservation state.
The delight of knowing that it's now protected. It makes you tingle, kind of all over, because it's safety for everything around us.
Protecting cold water lakes is critical to protecting some of Minnesotans' icons. The loon, the walleye, these depend on cold water lakes where cisco fish, which are a small bait fish that they feed on, can survive. In the face of climate change and development pressure, these lakes stand the risk to no longer being able to support these fish populations.
It's never too late to protect and restore the places you love. Leaving a legacy with the help of the Minnesota Land Trust is leaving a legacy for wildlife, your family, and your community.
Through our program, we can pay landowners to protect the land, and the whole process is free of cost thanks to the outdoor heritage funding that we have available by the state of Minnesota. Please contact the Minnesota Land Trust for more information. We look forward to working with you to protect our lands and waters for generations to enjoy.